Episodes 107 and 108. Let's get right into it, Vic. What did you think of the whole Frost kind of emerging as a player, sort of in the beginning? So much so that Roshi, saw him as like a potential threat that he had to use the Mafuba. Was it? He tried to capture him in the Mafuba.
Yeah. I thought it was pretty cool. I liked it. It was really like showcasing how dangerous Frost is. Because mind you, Frost is not the most powerful character in this tournament. And from the beginning, It looked like he was going after Roshi, like he was weak, like the way he did with Krillin when he took him off guard. But he was really just setting him up just to get to Vegeta, who was a more powerful opponent. He couldn't beat Vegeta in the tournament, the original tournament, with Universe 6 and 7, so he figured, I got an idea. Mind you, he's been observing people. And I feel like Frost was just a setup for Frieza. And what I mean by that is that Frost was going around there observing people. And when you're not really thinking he's observing people, you really see it in this episode where everything he was watching and witnessing was coming to fruition. He had a plan. It's kind of like Batman. He had a plan how to go up against more powerful opponents like Goku and Vegeta. So he was actually he saw that witnessing Roshi taking out the a lot of people from the Mouse universes, Quintella's universe, with the Mafungo, Mafubo, I forgot how to say it. But when he was
Mafuba.
when he was taking them out with that, he know how to go ahead and this is a technique that could work on the most powerful opponents. If I could just go out there and learn how to harness that. Now, he didn't know how to use the technique himself. What he knew how to do was counter the technique, which was pretty smart. I like that whole thing when he was baiting Vegeta. And Vegeta, the hothead he is, he didn't even realize it. Because he was fucking with Roshi, and next thing you just see him call a shot. And I called the Babe Ruth, because he did exactly the Babe Ruth. He fucking pointed his fucking fingers at him, shot a beam. This dude took the bait, came right in, and he almost eliminated him. Literally, the only thing that saved Vegeta was actually Master Roshi. Was Master Roshi, because he was getting ready to get tossed out. I mean, that would have been a huge blow for Universe 7, because he would have got rid of him, and he was going to on the verge of getting rid of Master Roshi. He would have eliminated two people right there. And
boom, boom.
I mean, it was real genius and stuff. Even prior to that, when he was using when he was teaming up with Magetta to go up against Vegeta, he went ahead and welded Magetta's ears together, where Magetta couldn't hear the insults and stuff, which was pretty clever. I thought that was clever. I mean, the dude's definitely a tactician genius, which, mind you, he's a version of Frieza. So if Frieza, Frieza is like that himself, but has the power of a god, imagine how fucking dangerous that dude is. Which I think in that episode kind of cemented how fucking dangerous Frieza was. But he is the most dangerous person in there. I know people always looking at Garen and stuff and everybody else and some other guys. I still think, like I said, it comes down to Frieza. And I think more and more as the series goes on, this tournament goes on, he's just really cementing that for me. Like, he is observing people just the way they were showing Frost doing that.
And it just shows you how much of just how, like you said, he's very deceiving in how relaxed he is and how... he kind of plays that sinister role, even up to the point where Frost was like, he's like, oh, you're my sensei now, you said we're going to take over together, and he even baited him with, fake fighting Gohan, and then just just switching and eliminating Frost. Like, it just shows you how devious, Frieza really is, and how he's just plotting. He's plotting the whole time.
Yeah, even when he did that, it was like, I felt like it's an insult to injury, because he showed this dude how to create this new a new transformation. He taught him a new transformation. The dude dropped his guard. And really, Frieza didn't even need to do that to eliminate him. I mean, like I say, he's so much more powerful than he is. But I felt like he wanted to do insult to injury. Let me show you the potential you can be at, and let me show you why you'll never get there. You know what I'm saying? Because mind you, he wasn't gonna team up with him and stuff like who knows what Frieza's up to. All we know is no good. It has to do with the Dragon Balls. That's obvious. But it was interesting how he went ahead and did that and played him out. Would show you the guy who's been playing out other people is gotten played out, showing who is the fucking master, who is the true master. So Frost was correct in saying that, right? He is the master of that. with calling Frieza the master. He really is, in more than one way, more than he could ever realize. And I felt like even that he figured out how to kill someone within the tournament, because mind you, he fucking went out there and like, threw more fucking salt on the wound and told him like, why would I ever team up with an amateur like you?
Oh yeah, and that got him mad, which is so funny because when it came to that part, I was like, in my mind, I was like, okay, they're gonna team up, but eventually, how is Frost gonna get eliminated? And then when Frieza did the turn, I was like, man, this guy is so evil that it's just like even villains can't trust him. Like I forget how evil, and how conniving, and how arrogant Frieza is, because it's just like, I mean, he has a right to be, but it's just like you said, like he's like, you're so beneath me. Why would I want to team up with somebody like you? Like why would I want to do that?
Which, of course, got Frost going, and Frost fucked up and shit. And like I said, I felt like Frieza actually did that so he could actually get a kill in the tournament. And that's the thing was really burning Frieza. He can't kill anybody without getting eliminated himself. So he went ahead and figured out how to do that. He's actually done it the whole fucking tournament, because prior to that, because he got Frost killed right there. Because friend Frost tried to go in and fucking do a one-shot to him, which fucking incurred the wrath of Zeno, which was fucking funny as hell. Because they gave their warning to fucking Universe 6, but I feel like that is going to come into play in like future episodes.
Yeah.
Where people like for outside interference. Because he ended up getting himself killed. But the other thing too was he fucking almost killed the Yardrat, which me and you been talking about the Yardrat. Like, yo, is something big gonna happen with him?
Something's gonna happen. Yep.
And I was like figuring out like who's the Yardrat in the fight. I was actually surprised it was Gohan. And he was taking it to Gohan. Gohan, like, Yardrat was really kind of living up to, like, the hype. Because he was using that teleportation technique better than even Goku. Even Gohan couldn't keep up with his movements when he did that. But at the end of the day, Frieza seen this stuff. And he went ahead and took it to him and really showed him that he's an amateur. I mean, the only thing that disappointed with the Yardrat thing was I felt like if you're a Yardrat and you guys are known for your techniques, don't show us a technique that we've already seen before.
Right.
Because we've seen transmission so fucking many times with Goku. Even Cooler end up having that technique in the movies. I wanted to see other techniques. Here we got a Yardrat. I want to see him use other techniques. I actually want Gohan to be able to counter that technique to force the Yardrat to use other techniques. And once again, we lost an opportunity with that, which is why, like I said, I felt like the Yardrat should have been paired up against somebody else other than Frieza and Gohan. Like someone like Tien, who's using techniques.
Yeah, that would have been a good matchup.
Or even Piccolo. You know what I'm saying? Piccolo has a lot of techniques. Or Goku. You know what I'm saying? Because they were having them go at it at one time. And Goku knows a lot of techniques. And Goku's always wanted to learn techniques more. And he'll play with his opponents more to bring out the best in them, to bring out the best in himself. So, I thought that was like a really good, those two episodes were really good. I was a little disappointed with the Yardrat. I was actually impressed with the Yardrat at the same time, being able to handle Gohan like the way he did, even though Gohan wasn't going all out.
Yeah.
But I was more impressed with Frieza out of everybody else. Because, he's so fucking good at what he does. And he fucking said, okay, how about it saying, let's go work together and let's fucking start eliminating other people. And it's like, I don't know, I don't think Gohan's that stupid to really believe that, but I guess he's gonna.
He's buying into it. Yeah, he's going into it in the sense of like, all right, let's see where this goes. But I know that you have something planned. But right now you're helping us.
So it's interesting to see what this dude's up to exactly. I mean, these next episodes are gonna be crucial with this guy's character.
Yeah, I mean, and again, the fact that they're just highlighting Frieza as the person who you should be looking out for. Sure, you have this whole hype of the fight with Jiren and how powerful Jiren is, but at the end of the day, you see who the real threat is. Just kind of working his way through the tournament, which is Frieza.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's like I felt like Frieza. He's so fucking smart. Like he knows he's understood these rules better than I think anybody else. Because even when he took out the Yardrat, he barely let them alive. Even their own god Destruction looked like he's a fucking villain. He was like, if he dies outside of it, that it's not on me. So it just shows you more like about how fucking this guy's character is. I really can't wait to see what this dude's up to. I mean, I'm telling you, he's not going to disappoint. He's not disappointing yet.
It's gonna be interesting to see what happens next. But yeah, another 2 good episodes. Again, yeah, the only disappointment or kind of thing is the yard rat. They should have definitely shown some more stuff with him.
Yeah, more utilization with techniques.
But again, this is a showing of Frieza's power. His abilities of just being conniving and a quick reminder to people of how powerful Zeno is. Of just raise of a hand, he erased the character. He didn't have to do a Kamehameha or do a fighting technique. They literally just raised their hands and a character vanished from existence. So again,
yeah, it just goes to show you
that
he doesn't necessarily have to be fast enough to keep up with fights. We had the ability of your mind just to eliminate whoever you want, including an entire universe.
That's it.
How do you beat that? How do you beat that? Let me just ask that. Let's ask that question. How do you beat that? So people need to chill.
Yep. But again, 2 good episodes. Can't wait to see where it goes in the tournament. But that's going to do it for this episode of Kamehame Now. As always, you can follow us on Twitter. And subscribe, share. Let everybody know that this is a new place to get some commentary and reviews on everything Dragon Ball. So thanks for listening. And we'll see you next time.